inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. Off we go from the Sunshine State. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory.
This one into the hands of Marshall, and he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Carolina.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Second and 11. Too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Now, faking the give. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 3. Deshaun Hand getting in to drop him, and it's 3rd down.
And we've seen this time and time again. When this guy is in a groove like he is here, I mean, he's impossible to block. I mean, the offensive line, they've got to come up with a better plan to slow him down, or he's going to completely wreck this game.
3rd and 9. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And this ball incomplete on third down.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line.
Kicker, defense. Automatic first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. There's a short one taken by Ingram. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Mike, these are the spots that if I was a play caller, I think I'm calling up something down the field. You know the defense is really packed in tight, anticipating a run. Now's the time, play action and throw it over their head. They take a little bit more of a conservative approach, still get stopped for no gain, brings up 3rd and short.
That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had an end. He does. First down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Give up the middle to Taylor. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now this time they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Duvernay in motion. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
He pulls it in around the 5, and he's in. No offense. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars 7, Panthers 0.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense ready now for their second drive. They had that pick on the opening drive that led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He is tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll run the sneak. And that's going to be enough for a 1st down, taking this to the 34. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll try the right side this time. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Up the middle they go. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So you find yourself in 2nd and long. What you're thinking here as the play caller is just get this into a manageable 3rd down situation. But after that rush attempt and that big gain, they now find themselves in 3rd and short, which makes it nice. They can run or pass.
It's the quarterback with a sneak, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
That's good for our Panthers. 1st down. A gain of 1 yard. And the Panther 1st down.
2 1st downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Moving the tight end right. Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on top.
Still 1st down.
He'll look to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
17.
3rd and a long way to go. The motion man is Johnson. Throwing now on 3rd and long. He connects with Palmer on that one. It is a gain of 17 by about the length of the football. They've got the 1st down.
That's another Panthers 1st down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on third down, but what they call third and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert third downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. The RPO, that one is complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
First and 10 now from the 36. Now they'll run. It's a counter.
The ball carried by number 28. Brought down at the 35-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. Much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You saw the guard take a pass set, Mike. He's hoping that defensive tackle just races up the field trying to sack the quarterback, and then you just hand the ball off to your back on a draw. In this case, the defensive tackle does a great job going from pass to run, and he's able to take the back down for a loss.
Going up top. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Touchdown, Panthers.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The kicking team off for the extra point. He's got it, and the Panthers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll step up and run. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 9. As we are ready to get back underway. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
That's just a brutal miss, especially on 3rd down. I mean, if he delivers a good ball, Mike, that's a completion, 1st down, and this drive is alive. And I think he just tried to be a little too perfect, and he overshoots his target, and he's not there in time to reel it in.
And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He completes it to Marshall. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. That's a gain of 19. And a very quick first down.
First and 10.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
They'll go with a counter on 1st down. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Right back to him on 1st down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man complete to Johnson. They get 14 on that hookup. It's good for a Panther first down.
1st down, Panthers.
No way, you're kidding me!
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Thrown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
As they try to run it here. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
He was taken down.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, right side, he's got it. 12 yards on that hookup. It's a Carolina 1st down.
That's good for a Panthers 1st down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Intended for his wideout. It leads to 2nd and 10.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Give up the middle. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Trying to keep a drive alive. Going to have to convert on 3rd and 9.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. He's got it. Panthers will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14. Jaguars 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in, putting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
At the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 2. And in motion is Ingram. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete, and he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the
We're starting to see this so
37-yard line.
often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
A run with Taylor. He's got it. That's a first down. Up across midfield and down to the 47-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Jaguars
Pick up of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. First down. They'll give this one to Taylor, running right. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
36-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Here's a second and 9. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Rookie from Washington on target with that one. It is a first down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Second down and 3. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. And he's trying to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. It's about a yard short. Now, what do you do on fourth and 1?
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Throwing now from the gun. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The Panthers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A big play for the Panthers. 37 yards.
First down.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
From the 50, he'll set him to throw. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Panther first down.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
And open downfield, it's Johnson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Here's a run. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're second, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. He'll drop to throw. This one on target for Johnson. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And this is not going to do the trick. Unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it leads to 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here. And really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Pinero's kick is good. And the Panthers build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense getting set to get back to work. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Throw here to begin the drop. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in It'll be a modest gain.
At the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Short one there to his tight end, fast. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
First down.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
That big boy was moving, Mike. That was impressive. I mean, it's not easy to bring down this quarterback in any situation, but to hawk him down from his interior defensive line spot, nearly out by the sideline, that's beyond impressive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. One final throw before the break. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. He fields it at the 8. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Jaguars offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
Intended for number 17, incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. not only not able to get to him inside the pocket,
and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one's incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and that's going to bring up third and real long.
He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Panthers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. Begin here on the ground. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll throw here on third and short. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on fourth down.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jags offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
On first down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards.
10 yards on
You know,
the
we spend a
pickup.
lot of time
And
praising the
second
running
and
backs,
two.
and deservingly so. But oftentimes, it's a combination of the scheme and the big guys up front who make it work, and that's exactly what we saw here on the big pickup.
They go right back to Taylor. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
On the tackle.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense, continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Man in motion is Ingram. Back to throw. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And he will have the first down.
7-yard gain.
Needing to make something happen.
That's good.
Trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They
First
convert
down.
on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's brought down at the 31. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
Another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now, this looks like a design run.
The quarterback keeps it. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. They'll run here with Taylor. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal coming up. He takes this down to about the 5.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Handoff here, up the middle, and he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
And he overshot his man out of the end zone. That one's
In
incomplete.
the end zone. It's now 3rd and goal.
Was that even a play?
3rd and goal. They'll throw out of the gun. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Jaguars. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The extra point is good. And the Jaguars are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Punting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense and their running back set to go once more. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let one go deep for Kirk. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
41 yards on the
A
play.
big play and a much-needed one as well. 41 yards.
1st and 10.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play. We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Intended for Alex Erickson. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
It is 3rd and 10. Thrown left side, the catch is made, and he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Patterson's kick is good, and the Jaguars have tied it at 17. So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
The ball carried by number 28. Jesse Luketa on the stop. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 1. The RPO, that one is complete. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down.
3 yards.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 5. On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. The pass rush gets hold, and he goes down.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand, to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, out comes the punter. Important punt here in this tie game late. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. We're all even. 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a toss, running left, it's Taylor. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
I can promise you that when that play caller sent that second and short play in, he never imagined his next play call would be 3rd and long. But after that loss there, that's the case, and he's got to be scratching his head.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Duvernay with the gun. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter, that's a huge first down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
Now they'll set up to throw. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And that is incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this is blocked! They got it! But he's not going to be able to advance past the marker. He is stopped short, and the block kick leads to a turnover on downs.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. There's a short one caught by Olsen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Tight end going in motion here. Now, faking the give. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. This is intercepted. And the Jaguars have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Jaguars offense ready to get back to work. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Man in motion is Ingram. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short.
17.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got it.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
He'll drop to throw. This one into the hands of Marshall. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
So it's fourth down. They'll call on the punt team. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. play fake. He'll look to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the Panthers' 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 8. He'll look to throw. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's third down and a few inches. They'll run the sneak, and he will have a Jaguars first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on third and inches. Give up the middle to Taylor. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Brings up second.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Now on second and long. They'll drop to throw. Short one there to his tight end, Fant. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 6.
They come to the line needing 6 yards for a first down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way. The Panthers will take their first timeout. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So now, a big spot coming here. This to grab a late lead. This kick is good. They move out front and take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
17.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Panthers offense ready to take over once more. Here's first down. Crockett. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. That one too far out in front to be brought in. And it's incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 2 yards to go.
This crowd into it now. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now from the gun. Taking off. He'll try to get there. Now a timeout for Carolina. It's going to be their 2nd. If the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one.
That's such a deflating feeling for a defense here on 3rd and short. They've got great coverage, but they don't account for the quarterback picking it up with his legs. It's exactly what he's able to do here on the scramble. Fresh set of downs.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, and the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game.
It's 2nd and inches at the Jaguars' 48-yard line.
Now 2nd and inches. Marshall is on the move. They'll look to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
This crowd, they're trying to force a false start. What noise before 3rd and inches. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. 17 yards on that connection. It's a Carolina first down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 26-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. So they'll have to pick it up on 3rd down. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to force overtime. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. So now, a big spot coming here. This one he's gotta have. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. He He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision, as this ball comes out to the 35. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A ball deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This is fielded inside the 5. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Jags offense ready for this next possession. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Open man is Davis. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
That's Davis in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Second and 10. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to be knocked down hard in the backfield. Loss on the play, and it's going to bring up 4th down. What a hit.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to get back at it. step up and run this. And a good job defensively to rally to the ball. They hold them to a short gain.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Gotta get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Newton's pass, intended for Cody White, incomplete. 3 and out. 4th down.
We're about ready now for the punt, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jaguars offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He locates the big tight end, DeGuara. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. And in motion is Ingram. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Number 87. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Now, how about this? It's a fake! And they will finally bring him down, but what a call there! The fake works, big yardage, and the 1st down.
They pulled out all the stops on that fake, Mike, and it's one thing to call that in practice. But then to have the guts to call that and execute it in a real game, I mean, that takes some real confidence, and it worked out to perfection and just an incredible play all around.
On the give, this is Taylor. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This one to win it in overtime. This kick is good. He got it. It took overtime, but they will walk off the field with the victory. So shouts to Duval here in Duval County, Florida. It is a win for the Jaguars. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. And the final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say, so long from Jacksonville.